Have a seat in my chair with Brittany. This show is about unlocking people only learn all things hair, from texture, lifestyle, and the psychological effects that we go through day to day dealing with our hair. Make sure you're like. Hey guys, welcome back to Have a Seat in My Chair with Brittany Nicole. So this episode is part 2 to my series on how to pick a hairstylist, how to pick a client. So let me just jump right into it. So if this episode is really for all my hairstylists out there. If you are in the beginning of your career, you don't get to pick your client. You got to do everybody. And the reason why is, 1, because you need money. 2, it's great experience. Like, you have to get your feet wet with all these different type of personalities. And when you get good and seasoned, then you can pick the type of client that you want. It's really kind of hard to curate a clientele because you don't know people yet and you don't know hair enough yet. And you're gonna end up getting like a niche clientele eventually over time, because they are going to somewhat be like mirrors of you. Like, each one of my clients at this point in my career, there is something about them that reminds me of me. Like, there is like a commonality between us. And I think, just over time, like, the type of hair that you do will attract another woman who wants their hair like that too. So then it kind of just all works itself out. But it takes a lot of time, because in the beginning of your career, you're still trying to find your identity. You think you know, but you really don't know. You may not start off doing one thing, but you may end up doing a whole another thing. When I first started doing hair, I was doing all types of styles. I just thought it was fun. I just wanted to be in hair. I was just like, yeah, you want a ponytail, you want this, you want that, like, you want braids and blah, blah, blah. Now I hate doing braids. I only do braids if you're getting a sew-in. I do not ever want to do that. No braids for Brittany. But now my menu is like so small, because there's only like a select few things that I like to do now, for a lot of different reasons, which I can make another episode about that. But when you're new, you don't really get a choice. So sorry for you. But when you do get to that point and you're kind of like, I don't really like my clientele like that, like, I just want like a whole different vibe for my clients. Like, the first thing you have to think about is, where do you work? What type of salon is it? The type of salon you work at is gonna attract a certain type of girl or person. Okay, like, if it's super loud and messy, or the music is whatever, whoever can sit and withstand that, that's the type of client you about to have. Okay, there's a few people that will just sit and suffer because they don't know no better, or they really like how you do their hair. But like, most of the time, you're gonna get that type of client. The other thing too is, like, what type of hair do you do? If you're doing a whole bunch of like, 30, 40-inch bust down weaves, you may have a younger type of clientele. If you do a whole bunch of color, like pink and blues and stuff like that, you're probably only gonna get those type of people. But if you want more of a professional type of clientele, then you have to start doing more professional hair. So think about that when you're kind of like, oh, like, I kind of want to tone it down or rev it up, like, or whatever. You're going to have to start doing the kind of hair that the type of clients that you want are wearing. Let's see. The other thing, I'm more of like, for me, the vibe is so important for me to pick a client. Now I'm kind of at a point to where I don't even work on new people anymore. You really would have to be like a referral, or I just have to like you now, because my um my energy can be so thrown off super fast, like dealing with the wrong person for me, and I internalize a lot. So if somebody comes in with a certain type of, like, maybe they're super high strung or unsure of themselves or whatever, it just jumps in my body, and it takes a long time for me to shake it off, and it's just not worth it for me anymore to be dealing so closely in contact with people that stress me out. So if I have anyone like that, they're not here anymore, and if I feel that from somebody, I'm not doing it. And I can tell a lot, but in like the first 30 seconds, if I can vibe with someone or not. But I think the way that I'm going to approach this is like, what's more important first, and like what's least important. One of my other big things is, does the person care about their hair as much as you do? By that, I mean, do they try to even keep up what you did in the salon? Or is it the type of person that comes in totally ruined and disheveled every time they get their hair done? You know what I mean? Like, if you're a person like me and you're trying to put this person on a hair path, and every time they come back, you're like, what the heck happened to you? Why is this broke off, or why is your hair so dry? Why didn't you wrap your hair, and this and that or whatever? I personally cannot stand a client like that, because now I'm putting all my energy in trying to fix you, and then you get home and you don't even give a F. And it's like, I don't want to work on someone like that either, because what am I trying so hard for? And you just throw it all away thinking like I'm going to come save you every time. You're not going to get results like that. Okay? Like, if you have clients that act like that, to me, I don't really think they value you and what you're trying to do. I kind of feel like it's a little bit disrespectful. So like, keep this hair up as much as you can. Like, I get you gotta work out and stuff like that, but if you're just blatantly like, like, say a person is like, oh, I want to grow my hair and this and that, but like every time they come, it's like, okay, how much freaking heat did you put on your hair? How many times did you curl it? Like, I see this broke off, that broke off. Every time you come, I feel like we have to do a trim. That's not somebody that I would want as a client, because you're not listening to what I'm requesting of you to maintain your hair. So stuff like that kind of rubs me the wrong way too. Let's see what else. Also, like, do they value your time? Like, is it a client that is always late, or always on the phone, or always got something going on? It's like, listen, if you have clients that run late and you run on time, wait, before I even say that, your clients act like you. So if you're always late, they're going to be late. But if you're someone on time and your client, let's say they're like super, super, super nice and you really like them, but they're always late because they can't get their life together or whatever, like, after a certain couple times of you being like, oh, it's cool, like, we'll work it out or whatever, and they know you don't work like that, it's just disrespectful to me. Like, I feel like if you are dealing with someone like that and they compromise your schedule, like, moving forward, and now everyone else has to run late, you may need to fire them or something, or have a conversation, because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is business. It's not for fun. And I think everybody these days has stuff to do and no one really has time to be wasted in the salon. But the crazy part to me is that people want to be late and then be like, oh, I don't want to be here all day because I got stuff to do. Well, you shouldn't have been late. But it's cool for you to do it. But the stylist now has to be held accountable too. Like, no. Everybody needs to be on time. And hairstylists, if you're running late, you know way before, maybe even hours before you're late for the next person or whatever. So do them a courtesy and let them know that you're running late, you know? But I think when you're dealing with clients or new clients, like tell them like, hey, like I run on time. Like I have a 15-minute late policy or whatever, and if you don't show up, I have a cancellation policy. And but if you run a tight ship like that, you have to hold up to your end of the bargain too. Like you can't be expecting these people to be on time and stuff, and then you're late, and then you want to go and charge them for being late, but you be late too. Like that's not gonna work. So you need to hold yourself accountable. You need to hold them accountable. If you have great work ethics and good practices, they will too. And another thing too is like, you definitely want to feel appreciated by your clients. I feel super appreciated by my clients. Like, and not because I want praise, but it is nice for someone to acknowledge like all the hard work you're doing trying to get their hair how you want it to be. Like sometimes like I beat myself up about like if there are certain issues and stuff that I can't like figure out how to fix with a client, but they know that I'm doing my due diligence to fix it. And those are the type of clients that I like you understand what I'm trying to do. Like I just think like at any job, you want to be seen. And like, yeah, this may not be like a corporate atmosphere or whatever, but like the acknowledgement of somebody seeing what you do is so big, and it even makes you want to do your job even better. So you definitely want to like look for clients that you may feel like you can have like an uplifted spirit or vibe with, and like people that don't treat you bad. Like you do not want to work on any clients that treat you bad, like clients that just are not nice, you know, that boss you around. A lot of people don't respect what we do. They think it's just for fun. And it's like, no, like I'm at work too. Like, don't disrespect me at my job. Don't try to boss me around and run me around. Like, I don't have to do you, girl. You could go somewhere else. But you're not about to sit around and like disrespect me and talk to me crazy. So, and I think a lot of younger stylists go through that, but it's just like, no, we have to show people how to respect us, but we also have to respect ourselves by having good business practices. And you will yield a way better clientele if you show up the way you need to be at work. Let me see. What else do I have on here? Well, yeah. So that's what I think. Like, I guess those were all my notes so far, but I think that, you know, it takes time to kind of figure out the type of client that you want to have, but usually they will be like some sort of version of you. Like, I have clients that are like, get my humor. I have some that are like super work oriented like me. We kind of have like the same value system a lot of the time. Like I love all my clients. Like it's just super enjoyable going to work. It's fun, but it took a while, and I had to weed out so many people, and like it's just constant editing year after year after year. And some people fired me too. Like everybody doesn't like me or like get along with me, or you know, the older I get, the more kind of like uh super duper transparent I am, but like it's all out of love. And I feel like if you're making my job more difficult than it needs to be, then I kind of can get irritated. I'm not gonna lie. But hair shouldn't be like a fight. And if it turns into like a fight with your stylist or whatever, then it's probably just not the right person for you. So if you find yourself like constantly fighting with your client or having super like disappointing interactions and you feel like they just don't respect you or value or they complain too much or whatever, then you might need to just cut ties because it's just not worth it. There will be another person, and that goes for them too. Like there is someone else. And I think just with time and experience, you can really begin to curate the vibe you want at the salon. So I hope that helps. Please email me at yourwelcome-to-sit, YOURE, welcome-to-sit @gmail.com. Also, guess what? I'm on YouTube now under Have a Seat at My Chair. Or Have a Seat in My Chair, my bad. And then I'm on Spotify and Apple. So please share. If you feel like I deserve 5 stars, give me 5 stars. If not, just don't say anything. I'm just kidding. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know what you think about this. And I will be dropping episodes every Monday morning at 9 a.m. So look out for that and hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.